What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Seton Hill Studios. Hope you're having a great day out there so far. Today, we are checking out a highly requested guitar player. Seems like every time I post a video related to guitar, I hear one name over and over and over, and that is Glen Campbell. Today, we're checking out Gentle on My Mind. This is a live version, it looks like. The notation on the video said, terrific guitar break. So I automatically gravitated towards it. I've heard that he's an amazing guitar player. I know nothing about him. The name coming up in comments was one of the first times I'd ever heard it. I may have heard it in passing and not realized it. But as far as I'm aware, I've never heard him play guitar, never heard any of his music. So I'm excited to get in here and see what all the hype's about. But before we get into it, a few ways you guys can continue to support the channel. Right down below, you can hit that subscribe button. It's an easy, free way to show some love and continue to support our content. Or you can head on over to Patreon and become a member there. If that doesn't work for you, right here on YouTube, you can become a channel member. Both of those are going to get you access to priority requests as well as other perks and features. And then, as always, with a one-time donation through Buy Me a Coffee, you can get a guaranteed request that Steven or I will check out right here on the channel. All right, y'all. I'm excited for this one, so let's get into it. All right, y'all. Here we go. Finally checking out Glen Campbell with what looks to be a live version of Gentle on My Mind. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm already excited because the opening frame is on Chet Atkins. So I don't know if he's playing with him or if he's just there. But if you're running in circles with Chet, you got to be legit. So that's got me even more excited to check this one out. So let's not delay. Let's see what it's all about.
Elton Jarvis.
And he did it too slow.
He did it too slow.
You did it faster.
That was it.
Well, do it the way you did.
Okay.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. Yeah. Thank you. That makes me tend to leave
so that's
my
Glen Campbell.
Okay.
Okay.
Up and stash behind your couch.
Is that Roy Clark?
And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and ink stains that have dried upon some line. That keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory. It keeps you ever gentle on my mind.
So already he's a great guitar player, right? That hybrid picking with the walking bass line stuff, man, or well, not walking, but alternating bass line stuff. I love that style of guitar. I've been playing guitar for, golly, how long has it been now? 24, 25-ish years. And that's one style that I've always had the utmost respect for, but I could never discipline myself to sit down and do it. You want to play fast, you want to play cool, flashy licks. I'm all about it. I sit down and do it, especially when I was younger, a little more nimble with the fingers. But this was the one thing I could never really grasp a hold of. And so it drove my respect level up for these guys just through the roof. He's a great singer too. And then of course he's playing the Ovation guitar. They have such a distinct sound. They're not my favorite guitar, but they have a very unique, very distinct sound. And so even if I didn't see this, I would probably naturally assume that he's playing an Ovation guitar just because of the tone of it. And not that that's a bad thing. Again, just a very distinct sound. But that hybrid picking stuff he's doing, man, he's walking all the stuff with the pick, but he's also using those fingers down there as well. It's tough stuff. It doesn't look super difficult, but if you're not a guitar player and you were trying to do it or really kind of dissect it, like you would realize like, oh, it's significantly more difficult than it looks. Hey, I'm waiting for the terrific guitar break, but he's already impressing me. And it looked like, so there was Chet Atkins there. I thought I saw Roy Clark. I recognized his grin. He looked like he was smiling ear to ear. And then I could have swore that I saw Willie Nelson. Maybe I was wrong, but the hat and the glasses and the long hair, if that wasn't Willie, then maybe I need to get my eyes checked because I'm 99% sure that was him. All right, here we go.
And it's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now that binds me.
There's Roy
Or
Clark.
something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking.
He's watching him intently, too.
It's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, and for hours you're just gentle on my mind. I'll play one.
It is Willie. Ooh, come on. Hold on. I'm going to take it back. Normally, I wouldn't pause in the middle of a solo, but that was hilarious. Dude just peeked into the he just peeked in and was like, oh, what's going on over here? That, I don't know why that just got me. I'm going to take it back because I don't like interrupted solo. So I'm going to run it back and we can catch the whole thing. I won't stop it again. But that was funny, man. And he's got Roy Clark's full attention too. And I mean, I've seen the Ghost Riders in the Sky. I've seen Malagueña. We've seen the dueling banjos, and Roy Clark is no slouch. So if you're commanding his attention, you know that you know what you're doing. And his solo already sounded great. I'm excited to hear the rest of it. Let's go.
Just gentle on my mind. I'll play one.
Hybrid picking stuff, man. That was clean. That was nice. So, man, I don't even know that I would. It seemed like there's a lot of country folks there, I would imagine. But I don't know that I would. And maybe I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would consider this more bluegrass, I think, than I would country, or maybe a fusion of the two. I don't know. I hear the alternating bass line, and I kind of just automatically think bluegrass. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe this is just what country music was or is supposed to be. I don't know. But I got nothing but respect for bluegrass guitar players, man. He didn't stop the whole time. Like there was no no stopping and kind of ringing out a note with a bend or just living in one area. Like he was just like, he hit the ground running and he did not stop. The stamina and the fretboard knowledge that takes, because he was all over the place. I mean, he wasn't just in a little pentatonic box. He was zooming all over the fretboard of that guitar. And his playing was clean. I mean, he's playing an acoustic guitar, so you would think like, oh, well, maybe there'll be some buzz, maybe there'll be some clunkers, but not really. That was a very, very clean, very melodic, well thought out solo. And I don't know if this is kind of, maybe it's a bluegrass standard that everybody does, or if this is something that he wrote, but that solo fit that song perfectly. It was so, there was a lot of cool techniques in there. The hybrid picking with the octave and triad stuff was really cool in there that he kind of snuck in as he's walking chords up the fretboard. But yeah, that solo fit the song perfectly. And then, like I said earlier, man, when the camera shifts to these guys, like he's got Willie Nelson's full attention. He's got Roy Clark's full attention. The camera hasn't really panned over to Chet yet, so I don't really know. But I would imagine playing like that, you probably got Chet's attention too, which is wild that you've got all these great guitar players watching what you're doing and just grinning and excited about it. That's the dream. That is the dream.
I may dip my cup of soup back from the gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard.
I love his voice, too.
With my beard a roughening coal piled and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Through cup cans round the tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're waving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory. Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. And everybody here,
oh, he's got Chet's attention too, man. Woo. Hey, that was good.
Oh, God, just to sit around and look at these faces here and be singing, man.
Hey, true, man. He had all of our attention for sure. The one distraction when the dude creeped over, that sent me, but I had to take it back so we could enjoy it in full. But terrific guitar break, 100%. That don't even begin to describe it. That was just good. I feel like maybe his voice maybe gets overshadowed by his really good guitar playing, but I loved his guitar playing. I really liked his voice. I went into this thinking he was just a guitar player. I had no idea that he could sing, and I was super impressed. I loved his voice. And then obviously, what do you say about that guitar playing? I mean, you got Roy Clark and Chet Atkins kind of speechless up there watching you. What am I supposed to say about that other than that it was amazing? I tell you what, man, there is just so many incredible musicians out there in eras before me, in the present, and I'm sure there's going to be many amazing musicians to come. But it's just wild, man. Like, how did I just not know about this dude? I don't know. I mean, maybe I was a little sheltered musically, who knows? But better late than never, like I always say. It's never too late to discover and uncover, an extremely talented musician. He was an incredible guitar player. The rhythm guitar playing, spot on. He's doing hybrid picking with the pick and the fingers, walking, alternating the bass lines. It's so good. I love that style. His singing was great. I loved his voice. And even playing all that rhythmic stuff and singing it at the same time is not as simple as it would appear. I got a lot of respect for people who sing and play an instrument at the same time. And then the guitar break, what else is there to say? It was phenomenal. Like I said earlier, if you got Roy Clark and Chet Atkins full attention watching you play, you're doing something right, 100%. And it was clean. It was melodic. The stamina, the alternate picking, the hybrid picking, it was all there. He just put on a heck of a show. And I love, his personality seems to shine through as well. He just seems like a joyful dude. And I know y'all have heard me say it 1,000 times on the channel. People who look like they have joy when they're playing music just makes you that much more engaged. At least it does for me. You could watch somebody, just tearing it up. But if they look like they're bored out of their mind, or they look like they just not enjoying what they're doing, it doesn't really engage me. I can respect the playing, but it engages the audience and the listener so much more when you actually look like you're enjoying what you're doing and it's not a chore. And this dude, it shines out of him. The smile is infectious. I love it. Super talented. Man, I'm gonna have to check out more. Y'all let me know in the comments, what else do I need to check out? Was this a good showcase of his abilities, or should I be looking elsewhere? Because I feel like he's got a lot in the tank and he could really continue to blow us away in the future. All right, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so every time we drop new content, you guys can be made aware. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.